this lesson we're going to talk about the third category of flams, which uses another motion. You remember, drumming is just a mastery of motions. So we've talked about the strict two heights flams in flam accents and flam paradiddles. We've talked about the smooth legato rebound motion that we use for flam taps and Swiss triplets. Now we're going to talk about the third category, which is inverted flam rudiments. And the two rudiments we're going to talk about to illustrate this are the flam paradiddle diddle, which is an inverted alternating rudiment, and the inverted flam tap. So let's start with the hand motion that's required to play these rudiments, because that's a great thing to practice. And if you understand that, it's pretty easy to put these rudiments together. So I'm going to put this up on the screen here. This is the inverted accent motion that is used. It's literally turning a flam tap upside down and reversing the triple stroke motion. In a regular flam tap, we go 1, 2, 3. Well, in this motion, we go 1, 2, 3. Now, these are actually more like the first category of rudiments in that the taps and the accents are more strict. But this upside down accent motion takes some practice and takes a significant amount of chops. These are much more advanced than the other rudiments. So you got to start by mastering this rhythm. Let's go very slow. It's 1, E, and. Ready, go. Now, at that tempo, this is very much like all the other tap accent stuff we've done before. You should be able to do this. But as we go faster and faster, it gets harder. And you've got to use almost this little mini whip action to get that third note to happen. The two taps followed by the accent, the two taps become like a double stroke bounce motion, and then that accent just gets whipped in there fast. And so you've got to practice this and gradually build up your speed. So let's try this again a little bit faster and show how you've got to start using this motion that I'm describing about 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, ready, and. Now, some people teach molar stroke and all this, and that's all fine. I don't have a problem with that. It's a way to get people to understand the whip action, but it's very refined. I don't think it's that big a deal. You just got to use your hand, and it is kind of a quick whip action to get that accent to come out. Hold on back there, because you got to use a little bit of rebound, and then you got to grab onto that stick and play that third note. You won't be able to get that accent to whip up fast if your hands are all loose and sloppy. Let's try it again. 1, E, and. Ready, go. So you've got to invest some time in practicing this exercise. Go slowly, gradually build it up, work both hands, and get so you can go a little bit faster and a little bit faster. Ultimately, to play more regular up-tempo inverted rudiments, you need to be able to do about this fast, about 1 E, and 2 E, and. Ready, go. Now, you do that on the right and left hand. So do the exact same thing on the left hand. I won't take the time to demonstrate that now. Once you can do that, then you've got the hand motion, and it's just a matter of going back and building the rudiments. So let's start with the flam paradiddle diddle, which is a rudiment. It's a paradiddle diddle, which we've done before, but this time we're going to alternate hands. So I've put this rudiment up on the screen where we've just got paradiddle diddles and then flam paradiddle diddles. But I want you to notice that in the first measure, we are inverting the paradiddle diddle, which requires us to do this motion to get the accent on the next hand. So you got paradiddle diddle, paradiddle diddle, paradiddle diddle. Right, right, right. Left, left, left. Right, right, right. Now that requires you to use that triple stroke inverted motion that I just talked about a minute ago in kind of a rudiment context, playing a complete figure, moving from hand to hand. It's fabulous exercise. So let's try that rudiment kind of at a medium tempo. It's great practice. Paradiddle diddle, ready, and go. Left, left, left. Right, right, right. And you go whatever tempo you have to. If you have to start here, right, then do that. But all the taps need to flow, and you need to keep the rhythm smooth and even. A little bit faster, it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, ready, and go. That's great practice. Now the next thing to add to that is the flam on the downbeat. That's the hardest part of the motion. Adding the grace note's not that big a deal. So let's try the flam-a-diddle-diddle slowly, the second measure, with the flam. Chut-da-da-da-da-da, ready, go. Now I want you to notice something. Notice that? Right. Here comes the right hand accent. Here comes the grace note from the left. That's like a float stroke flam. Grace note's got to hang out till it's time to play the grace note. You can practice just that piece if you need to. If you're having trouble getting those flams sounding good. Left hand. You can break it apart that way. Just chunk it up however you need to be able to master it. Let's do that one more time. Well, actually, let's do the whole exercise. Let's play the flam-a-diddle-diddle, alternating, and then let's play the paradiddle-diddle, alternating, first measure, and then add the flam for the second measure. Here we go. Paradiddle-diddle, ready, and go. Now add the flam. Flam-a-diddle-diddle. Cool rudiment. I love it. Now, when you go faster, it gets real fun because you've got to start to employ that whipping action to be able to get it happening. Let's do that one again, but let's play it twice through, kind of a medium tempo. 1, 2, 3, ready, and go. Hear that sounds? Let's try it again faster. 1, 2, 3, ready, and go. Okay? Flam, paradiddle, diddle. Now, that's the first rudiment that uses that motion, the inverted triple stroke motion. The next one that is certainly one of the more complex flam rudiments that when you master these, it's a red letter day. It uses the same exact motion, but you do it continually. Both hands just do this over and over again. So let's look at this rudiment, and first of all, let's do it very slowly. I put up here on the screen a variation of this that I think helps people understand how the hands work. What we're going to do is I'm breaking apart the flam tap. It's flam taps, but they're inverted, which means it's kind of like playing the flam on the second note of the double. So it's right, left, left is the flam, right, right flam, left, left flam. So if we go very slow, that's the inverted flam tap. Now the way I've written it on the screen is to play flam on one hand, and then the tap is on the other hand. So we go right, left. Now the next flam is left, right, right, left, left, right. So many times when I teach these to people, they get confused on the sticking. And this exercise, the way I've written it, really helps clarify the order of the sticks. So let's go chutta, rest, chutta, rest. Let's try that. Ready? Go. Right, left, rest. Left, right, rest. Right, left, rest. Left, right, rest. Now we're doing float stroke flams here, right? Adding a tap after it. And but we're practicing the sticking, which I think is very important. Now in the next measure, you could just go continually. Let's go 1 E and right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right. Ready? Go. That's the sticking. Now if you need to go even slower than that, go slower. But as we start to go a little faster, this triple stroke demand starts to emerge, and you can see what how you're going to have to work your chops to be able to do that quickly. Let's play the exercise about here. 1, 2, ready, go. Now that's pretty fast. You may need to go a lot slower than that. Break it down to whatever speed you need to. Let's try one more time, a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3, and... All right, now that's a cool rudiment, and that takes some practice. Once you've learned those two rudiments, you can combine them together in some pretty cool ways. I like to play flamadiddle diddles and then flam taps at the same speed. So we're going to have check it, 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 check it. That works really well. So let's do 2 of each. 2 flam paradiddle diddles and then 6 inverted flam taps is what it would end up being. So 1, 2, 3, ready, and go. See how that works. Very cool rudiments. Break them down one at a time, work on this motion, and then go on from there. Now, before we finish this lesson, I have to mention one other rudiment because it's a standard flam rudiment and it doesn't really, it's a combination. It doesn't fall in any of the 3 categories, the basic 3 categories. It's actually a combination of category 2 and 3. And the rudiment is called patafla-fla. And it's, I put just the straight rudiment right here up on the screen. It's ta, da, da. So you have a flam, tap, tap, flam, flam, tap, tap, flam, flam. It's a double accent pattern that has a flam. So you have to play 2 consecutive flams. So faster sounds like this. Patafla-fla. Well, what are the hand motions for that? Well, it's actually very cool. If you start with the right hand plays the inverted flam tap motion. Easy enough. The left hand actually plays the triple stroke flam tap motion. So you have one hand doing category 3 motion, you have one hand doing the category 2 motion. It's very cool. So to learn how to play those fast, you already know how to do the hand motions for each of those. You first need to just hold on to your sticks and play the rudiment slowly. Let's do that. One, just, deliberately play each note. Like that. Let's do it. 1, E, and ready, go. Get each flam sounding nice. Practice that double flam sticking. Gradually go a little bit faster, about 1 E and a 2 E and a ready, go. Now at that tempo, you can kind of hold on to your sticks and just make the flam sound good, play the rhythm even and smooth, and get a better feel for the rudiment. But as you start to go faster, you've got to start employing this whip action here, and you got to start using a rebound motion in your left hand. So watch for those 2 motions in each hand. 1, 2, 3, and. That's what each hand does. Patafla-fla. So work that out slowly, build up your speed. So now you have 7 flam rudiments we've talked about. Flam accent, flam paradiddle, flam tap, Swiss triplet, flamadiddle diddle, inverted flam tap, and patafla-fla. And all of the other flam rudiments that you will encounter are extensions or variations of the hand motions and skills required to play those 7. If you could play those 7, you can figure out how to play anything. So master the hand motions and get control over everything that's required to play those 7 really well. Good luck in the world of flams. It's a blast.